Good morning, world changers. It is day 23 of the 100 Days of Self-Discovery Challenge. So if you just come across this video, every day I pose a thought-provoking question so that you can reflect on and get to know yourself a little bit better. And the idea being that when we get to know ourselves better, we understand what it is that holds us back, what our limiting beliefs are, what the mind chatter that is going on, the self-talk, possibly the negative self-talk that we have, and it allows us to start coming up with our goals and intentions and working out how we can start creating the life that we really want to live, opposed to just reacting to life, because that's generally what we do if we don't take some time out to personally work on this and reflect on where we're at, really, doing what's it called when you're at work and you have an appraisal. So it's basically doing an appraisal of your life and getting to know yourself better and work out what it is you want from life, who you are and what your values are. So basically I share my own reflections and I invite you to do the same, and you can post your comments below in written form. You can post a video like this, or you can take a photograph of your journal entry and post it here. We also have the Change Your World Personal Development group on Facebook, which is completely free to join. It's a private closed group and we've got lots of new members starting to join that and share their reflections in there. So it's a growing community that you're more than welcome to join, and love to see you in there. So today's question is, what is one thing you could say yes to that would improve your life? Now this completely stumped me, this question. It took me a while to kind of think what it is that I need to say yes to. And basically I realised I need to say yes and be more open to accepting help. It's something that I have never been good at. I am fiercely independent, and when people do try and help me or offer their help, I go, no, you're fine. No, it's okay, I'll manage, be the total martyr. And I'm not meaning to be a martyr, it's just my automatic response, because I do have a conditioned belief system that if you want a job doing right, you do it yourself. It's just, I have had it all my life. I think probably stemmed from being the third child in the family, the last, the baby, the last one, and just probably not getting as much attention as I would have liked. So just learning, going, you know what, I can do this, it's fine, which has stood me in a good stead. I'm not criticising that at all. It has really developed me and has been a good thing. However, when it tips over the balance, that's when it's a bad thing, when I'm overwhelmed and I'm not reaching out to ask for help. And just, allowing people to take the load off and just do things for me. Because I do have people offering to help and I go, no, you're all right. Because the other part of me is like, oh, it's just too much hassle to have to explain how to do that. However, if I just took the time to train somebody or explain to somebody, just took that time out, it would serve me better in the long run. So what is something that you could say yes to that would improve your life or help you? And I really like the idea of saying yes to life, and this is something that we talk about in the life coaching group that we run every Thursday night here in Inverness. And I've been thinking, there's a challenge that you can say yes to life for 30 days. And the challenge is that basically every time you're invited to, I don't know, a party or an event, or you're asked to do a favour or anything that if your immediate response is like, oh my God, no, I'd rather gouge my eyes out than do that, then it's to kind of push you and to open up avenues. So the idea being that if you say yes, you're creating flow in life. So the idea being that if the universe the universe is trying to take you somewhere or trying to direct you to something that is for you. And as soon as you say no, you block it. So if you are invited to a party, for example, or a night out, and you think, oh no, not my bag at all. The idea is that if you say yes, then you go to that party and there might be somebody there that you meet, and you know, it might not feel very significant at the time and you're not quite sure, but maybe down the line that person will become significant because somebody will say, oh, you know, you might be doing something and need help with something, and you're like, oh my god, I know somebody, I met them at this such and such party or whatever. So that's the idea, that it creates flow in your life, and if you say no, you block that. But so if you do this challenge for 30 days, just don't tell anybody you're doing it. Just say, do you know what, I'm just going to say yes and see what happens. It's a great self-discovery tool because you work out actually what is for you and what's not for you. I mean, I did it years ago and I was saying yes to everything. And life did get very busy because suddenly you're like, oh, okay, I'm saying yes to everything. But it made me understand, okay, I went to that night out and I absolutely, that is not for me. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. So I learned from that experience. Or I went to, you know, met that person, or I read this book, or, you know, whatever it might be. And you work out, actually that made me feel good, or actually that didn't make me feel good. So it's a great self-discovery challenge. And, you know, if you've not already got enough on your plates, I would highly urge you to give it a go. Say, just for 30 days, work out when you're going to do it. Don't tell anybody and just be open and say yes and see what happens, you know. And you also, what happens in the process is you become very mindful about the things you keep saying no to, and things that you might be scared of, or putting off, or afraid to try. You know, you suddenly think, oh gosh, I say no to a lot of things, you know, a lot of opportunities come my way and I say no. So it allows you to kind of reflect on that and highlight that. So that's something, if you fancy doing, saying yes to life is a wonderful, wonderful challenge. And I found it in a book called 18 Rules of Happiness by Carl Moore. Which is, you know, a nice little book to read if you, I highly recommend. It's a nice little nugget of a book. So yeah, so that's my check-in for today, and love to hear your reflections, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for day 24. All right, take care, have a great one. Cheers, bye.